So if you're a hypnotist or a student of hypnosis, stay with me. Hi there, how's it going? This is James Tripp. This is a video for James Tripp Chaos Wave on YouTube. It's a video that I have made several times now. It has been difficult to make, difficult to get right. And the reason for that is because it concerns a big decision that I have come to, a choice that I have made that has been a long time coming. And it's quite a kind of monumentous thing. So I wanted to get it right. I wanted to communicate what I wanted to communicate well, but maybe I'm getting too hung up in the details. So screw it, I'm just going to go for it now. So, decision. I've made a decision. The decision is this. For a long time in my professional life, I have felt that I've been pulling in two different directions. And this has come about because a number of years ago, something happened that I wasn't really expecting to happen. And what happened was I put some videos out on some street hypnosis stuff, eliciting hypnotic phenomena, this kind of thing, which was something I was exploring deeply, and I'll tell you why in a moment, at the time. But it did exceptionally well, did very well, this stuff. And my thinking about hypnosis, my take on hypnosis, captured a lot of people's imaginations. A lot of people found it very, very useful. So people wanted to start learning from me. And there began my career, so to speak, as a teacher of hypnosis. It wasn't planned. It wasn't planned. Hypnosis Without Trance came about because I was exploring with hypnosis. I'd learnt hypnosis. I was using hypnosis in my professional work. But it seemed to me that some things didn't quite add up. So I wanted to find a format that I could go and explore in, make new sense. Street hypnosis was that format. And I went out there, I did research, I made new sense, but it was for me. The plan was not to become a teacher of hypnosis. It was just to up my own understanding of hypnosis and my own skills in hypnosis for my own private and professional reasons as well. Now, here's the thing. Hypnosis wasn't like my major passion at the time. It was a diversion down a particular rabbit hole that sat within a broader field of interest, which was the interests that I have and had and still hold in self-development, self-transformation and personal mastery. This was a huge thing. I've done a lot of exploration around personal mastery. And that's kind of like, that's my primary expertise set. So whilst I've gone off on this kind of diversion teaching hypnosis, I've continued to do change work with people. I've continued to do coaching and this kind of thing. And the hypnosis stuff has been a sort of thread to one side. Now, obviously it's related, and I do my best to entwine these things. And my development in hypnosis, and not just my own development, but as a teacher of hypnosis, well, that made me think deeply about hypnosis. It made me understand it on a deeper and richer level. So it's something I hugely value doing. But it is also something that has become a thing that has been pulling me away from giving all my time, all of my attention, all of my creative energy to the thing that I love the most, which is the area of my true expertise set, so to speak. You see, I don't really consider myself an expert on hypnosis. That's not what I consider to be my area of expertise. It's what a lot of people in the world have decided they want to learn from me, that they like my perspectives on. But that area of expertise, hypnosis, is a sub-area of the broader area of expertise that I have, which is around personal psychology, personal mastery, this kind of thing. I've spent a lot of years researching this, developing, exploring with how we can move our own minds to shape our lives, this kind of thing. And hypnosis was an area of an avenue of exploration that was never meant to become the kind of totality of my professional life, and it never has. But what it has meant is, as the YouTube channel developed across time, initially I put out some hypnosis videos and a lot of people subscribed to it for the hypnosis, but at various times I've lent into the broader area of my expertise and my passion, so to speak, which is the personal mastery stuff. And those videos tend to get watched less. I'll be straight up about that. They get watched less. Why? Because most of the people who subscribe to this channel subscribe because they wanted to find out how to elicit hypnotic phenomena more effectively. That's a very niche area. So what tends to happen is I put these videos out, but then I go back and I do some more videos on eliciting hypnotic phenomena. But I've got to be truthful with you. There's only so far I can go in life going into details on how you can refine hypnotic phenomena and stuff like this. As interesting and fascinating as that is, because it is for me, and I can still geek out on it, and I do still love exploring with that stuff, but it just ain't who I am. It just isn't who I am. And so what has felt to be true for me for a long time is I've got these two forces pulling me in subtly different directions, and I've decided it's time to align myself fully in one direction. So what this means is, number one, I'm quitting as a trainer of hypnosis, as a live trainer. After 2018, I'm not going to be doing any more live hypnosis trainings. I mean, never say never, but for the foreseeable, I am not going to be doing any more live hypnosis trainings. So if you want to train with me this year, there's Hypno Thoughts, the workshop at Hypno Thoughts, which is in a couple of weeks' time. There's Toronto, which is in September. I'm going to do a final training in Edinburgh in November, I think. The dates for that have not been announced yet. But those are going to be the last opportunities to train with me in hypnosis specifically. So that's one thing. The other thing is the direction of the channel. I am fully aligning this channel, James Tripp Chaos Wave, with self-transformation and personal mastery going forward from now on. Now, you know, I said right up front, I said hypnotists, stay with me. What I'm not doing here is I'm not going to say I'm never going to talk about hypnosis again. I am. It's still a thing that's of interest to me, and it's still a part of the toolkit that I use. You see, the thing is, in my change work and transformative coaching, I use hypnosis stuff in the mix with other things, but it is not the totality of what I do. I wouldn't say, oh, I could make a case. Of course, I could make a case and say everything is hypnosis, so all the work is hypnosis. But hypnosis, the way it's classically recognized, is a tool in the toolbox, so to speak. It is not the totality of what I do and what I use with change work clients and with developmental coaching clients. It just isn't. So, but it is in the toolkit. So I will reference hypnosis from time to time, and it's likely to be tied in more with that kind of transformative coaching element, maybe sometimes, because personal mastery is of huge interest to me, on the side of conversational hypnosis, everyday influence, this kind of thing. But it's not a niche I'm going to be leaning into especially hard going forward. So why am I saying hypnotists, stay with me? Well, of course, I'm motivated here because I've got a whole fantastic community of people that have supported me, and I hope that I've had goodness to share with you across time. And I don't want that to be the kind of end of that relationship. Now, if you're a hypnotist who has an interest in helping people change their lives, you are going to continue to get a lot of richness from this channel. And I would even go so far as to say, my prediction is you'll get even more richness. So if your interest is in using hypnosis to help people change their lives, you are going to get even more value from this channel, James Tripp Chaos Wave, going forward. But what if your interest is just in the hypnotic phenomena stuff? What if you just got, I don't know, an irrational passion for this hypnotic phenomena stuff? Well, you're going to see a bit of that from time to time, but as I say, it's not going to be the main thrust. But let me ask you this question. Why? Why do you have an irrational passion for the hypnotic phenomena stuff? Now, you can't answer me directly here. Maybe you'll answer me in the comments section below. I'd love to hear your answers. But if you have an irrational passion for this, I'm going to suggest a couple of possible reasons. One of them is that you have an interest in human psychology and influence, right? And if you have an interest in human psychology and influence, to me, that is a bigger field than just hypnosis. So you've got this big field, human psychology and influence. Hypnosis is this thread within it. Well, what we're doing with the channel is chunking up to this bigger field. So if that's what you're interested in, if you're interested in how people's minds work, how you can influence people, you're going to find that there's a lot of this going on in the channel, especially if you come to understand that the strongest way to influence others is through your own personal grounding, your own character, how you show up and engage, how you resonate from the inside out and impact the world. That's the stuff where the real power is when it comes to personal influence. On the flip side of that, maybe you just want to go out and you know, do these things in a street hypnosis context because it interests you. But I'm still going to put it to you, if that's the case, that is a goal-directed behavior. On some level, your brain has said, you know what, if I'm able to do this, my life is going to be better. My life is going to be improved in some way. This is the way human beings work. This is the way our deep generative intelligence works. It wants to make our lives better. If you've decided, you know what, this is a thing that I want to learn, well, that's because you are a goal-directed individual, and on some level your brain has calculated this is going to make my life better, right? So you're interested in making your life better. You are interested in making your life better. You're interested in changing something about you and your capabilities so you have a different edge in life, so you can engage differently, you can get different results. Whether you've thought about it consciously or not, think about it for a second. This has got to be true, right? You're not just interested because, hey, you know what, it probably make my life crapper, but I can't help it, I'm interested. There's something in this, right? There's something in this. So I would say stick with the channel, yeah? Stick with the channel, not just because of the little nuggets that you're going to get going forward around hypnosis, because you will still get them, but because there's something bigger here for you that I want to bring to you, for you, okay? So stay with me on that. There's something else I want to say on a more practical level as well. I'm not, by the way, just going, right, I'm out of here. Obviously, I'm going to carry on with my coaching and change work. That's the thing. I'm doing that more. That is who I am. This is the thing. It's the decision to be fully aligned with my true expertise set and not just a sub-niche of it that is driving this decision. But what I am going to say is I'm not just going to walk away from hypnosis without trance with a shrug and go, yeah. The thing that I've decided to do, the thing that I'm actually in the process of doing at the moment, is to sort of do a big final update and reboot. So to refresh all the Hypnosis Without Trance material, update it, because the original Hypnosis Mastery Program, I listened to it about a year ago in preparation for updating it and all of that kind of thing. And I nodded along and thought, yeah, I pretty much align with all of this. This is good stuff. This works well. But my thinking has been nuanced, and I've got other little details and psychological subtleties that I want to bring into the mix. So I'm not just going to shrug my shoulders and wander away. I am going to be recreating the Hypnosis Without Trance material, particularly the Hypnosis Mastery Program, putting it into a new format that makes it even more easy and effective to engage with in a learning capacity. So I'm going to be doing that, and as I do that, I'll be still dropping some hypnosis bombs here on the channel from time to time. Aside from that, I've got some other hypnosis things which have been in the pipeline coming through, self-hypnosis and personal alchemy, these kinds of things. So hypnotists, stick with me, stay with the channel, and it will bear fruit. And by the way, if you have got questions about hypnosis, I'm not stropping off, so I will be able to answer them. I will be able to make videos from time to time answering them. I just want to make you aware of the broadening of the scope of the channel. So there's a kind of a broadening of scope, but a focusing of intent as well, because it's all going to be about self-transformation and personal mastery, using your mind to shape your life, be who you want to be, how you want to be, show up, engage, get the results that you want. And this is real stuff, by the way. Real stuff. I just want to say I'm not someone who just popped up and thought, yeah, I want to be a self-development guy. I've been doing, looking at personal psychology and self-development for my entire adult life, developing an expertise set that I use with my coaching clients and change work clients. That is what I want to be bringing front and center here on the channel. Okay, so if you like this, stick the thumbs up on there. If you want to get deep perspectives, rich perspectives on self-transformation, on personal psychology, on getting the results that you want to get in the world, hit subscribe and make sure you hit that bell as well, because that's the way you're going to know the videos are coming out. If you've got any questions, if you want to give me feedback on what I've offered you here, what I've shared with you here, please do make use of that comment section. And until we speak again, take very good care of yourself.